Alright, so this is going to be my review of Boba Fett, Man with a Mission. Now, this was a comic I got at a comic book shop for about $3. It's a trade that collects a total of about four one-shots. That's pretty much it. This isn't a coherent story, it's just four little one-shots put together. And for $3, I figured why not? It was either this or... You know, I was very close. I was like, do I want something with a very awesome Star Wars character in it, or do I want something from the DC Villain Month that's going to cost me $4? I got more for less with this. So, Boba Fett, Man with a Mission. Boba Fett, Man with a Mission, like I said, is a collection of one-shots written by several other people that I've known very well. Well, except one. I know little of one guy. But, however, let's get on to the stories themselves. The first story is called Sacrifice, which is written by John Wagner and artwork by Cam Kennedy. This story is pretty much Boba Fett coming in, being hired by a guy who's a regent who was trying to get in favor with the Empire during the Civil War, and his brother is like this. He's this very Masonic kind of leader. He was an artist and a poet who became a revolutionary against his brother. And Boba Fett's kind of in it. He's been hired to kill the guy, his own brother, the artist who's been leading the rebellion. Here's the thing: Boba Fett says nothing. He's just a guy on a mission, and that's the thing. When I said the graphic novel's no, I shouldn't call this the trade's name. Why did I call it a graphic novel? The trade's name. Man with a Mission, that is pretty much it. This is just basically each mission is just Boba Fett going out on these missions and horribly killing people. And that's what he does in here. Boba Fett says no words at all in this comic. His actions speak louder than words, trust me. And you basically see this these revolutionaries just kind of consumed by this war. And in the end, Boba Fett leaves without getting anything done. So, the next one is the next story is called Wreckage, which is written by Ron Mars and artwork by Adriana Milo and colors by Michael Adia. I hope I'm saying that last name right. But. Yeah, first off, the artwork is beautiful, which again, most of this comic, written by Ron Mars, is nothing but panels. It is nothing but making you look at the art, and it's damn good art. It is like, oh my god, this is amazing, kind of like, I have not seen this guy work at all. I just feel bad that this guy hasn't gotten artwork, but it is very glossy kind of artwork, and the whole story is that Boba Fett is hired by this retired Imperial officer to go get this recording of his wife before she died, and Boba Fett does it. And here's the thing: the catch is that it's somewhere in the wreckage of a Star Destroyer that he was blamed for being destroyed when it wasn't the case. They just needed a scapegoat. And what happened was. What happens next? Pretty much, I'm going to spoil this right now. Is that what happens? Is the former the former Imperial officer says, "Yeah, I don't have anything to pay you, so please kill me." That's pretty much it. It was just him wanting to be killed. So the next story is written by Thomas Andrews, and the artwork in colors was done by Francisco Ruiz Velasco. By the way, I think this is also the guy who does I believe he does John Layman's Chew. I say that because it looks very much like Chew, if you've ever read the comic. But this story is called Overkill, and Overkill is pretty funny. The story pretty much in here is that Boba Fett is hired by this petty Imperial officer to take out this Imperial King, this king of this planet that the Empire's been working with, and it's just basically him trying to get to the top, and he's using Boba Fett to do it. And it's actually written as a comedy. There's actually a lot of exaggerated faces, and it has some very funny lines in here. There's actually some really good ones, and there's plenty of just funny dialogue in here. And then Boba Fett just turns on anybody. He'll basically go for anybody as long as they're paying him. And that's pretty much it. Again, Boba Fett doesn't really talk much in here. But he actually has this is actually where he has the most lines. Out of all these comics, this is the one where he has the most lines, where he talks the most. And he only has about 12 word bubbles. But I think it's pretty good. It's, like I said, my favorite. It has some humor in it, it has some great action. And I think it's pretty good. And finally we come to Agent of Doom. No, sadly, this doesn't have Boba Fett working for Doctor Doom. Sadly, no. But Agent of Doom is written by John Ostrander, who's been known for a lot of Dark Horse Star Wars stuff, as well as he's done Suicide Squad, he's done some work in DC, he's done a lot of work in DC, and he's done some work at Marvel. So John Ostrander, and again, the art came from, once again, Cam Kennedy, who did the first story. This story is set after the after Return of the Jedi, where in this story Boba Fett is hired by a group of aliens who have been pretty much put near extinction by these two former Imperial officers, and Boba Fett's been hired to wipe them out. This thing called this machine that can actually turn alien races into resources, and it's run by guys who are pretty much like Nazis. This is pretty much Boba Fett fighting space Nazis. This is very much an underlying for what the Nazis did to the Jewish community during World War II. This is pretty much Auschwitz if it was a battleship. And Boba Fett is going around, he's after getting paid, he wipes out everybody. And it's pretty grueling. Like, this is one of the most grueling comics. It's very disturbing. And these people who are just gladly killing people. One's a scientist who used to have research behind this, but now he's like, oh, I enjoy it so much that I just enjoy killing people for the sake of killing people. And the leader of the Force is pretty much obsessed with having a human-only world. You know, no aliens in the star systems, only humans. Very Nazi-esque. So it's just all the more gratifying for watching Boba Fett kill these people. So, yeah, all in all, I think this is a really good comic. If you're a Boba Fett fan, I'd say pick it up if you can. The comic costs $12.95, but I got it for about $3, and I'm gonna say, as much as I like it, I'd rather you'd find it like a cheaper price, because I don't think you'd need to pay $12 for just a series of one-shots, but $3, $3, or even $5. This is definitely worth it, like a bargain bin kind of comic, and that's pretty much how I looked at it. It's fun, but I don't think you need to spend over $5 for this, more or less. Anywho, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys later.